Next, we're going to work a little bit more on our coneflower. So you have your coneflower painted, and all the petals have one coat of paint. And we've decided that our light is coming from the upper left. And I brought this in to show you a more finished version. Notice how all the petals that are in the light are not as dark as the petals that are in shadow. We achieve that by painting all the petals on the left-hand side one more time. Now, in this particular painting, my light is coming from the left, so I'm going to darken the petals that are on the right. And I'll do that by taking the brush. I'm going to do it exactly the same way that we painted the petals initially. So I've mixed up a little bit of the permanent rose, and on the shadow side of my flower, I'm going to paint every other leaf again with water. And then I'll come back and touch in the color at the top and at the tip. And I'll let the water on the paper move the pigment to give me a nice soft edge. So I'll probably do those 3 or 4 on this one. And then coming down to the other flower, I'll do every other petal, probably just 3. Tap in the color, let the water pull the pigment, and walk away. For our last step today, we're going to work in our centers. You'll probably want to wait until these petals have dried, but I'm just going to go ahead and demo this for you. We're going to need a puddle of yellow pigment, puddle of red pigment, and a puddle of blue. A nice dark blue, like ultramarine. And what you're going to do is, starting on the side that's the lightest, you're going to lay in your yellow, and you're putting the color in a curved shape, and you want to come almost to the middle, halfway across. You don't have to clean your brush, but you can if you need to. Pick up some of your red and moving a little bit further to the right, paint in your red, and then touch it back into your yellow. Notice as I'm painting, I'm also leaving some of those little white shapes of what would be the texture of this flower. They're kind of fuzzy. And then I'm going to come back with my blue and touch that in the furthest corner and then down underneath, suggesting the roundness of the form of that flower. This is not the final time we'll be working in this area, but this is just our first time in. I'll do the second bud for you now. I'm going to paint with my yellow to start, coming almost halfway, painting in a curve. Pick up my red, push it back into that yellow. Don't be afraid to leave a couple little pieces of white of the paper showing. And then pick up our blue. Put that a little bit along the bottom and on the furthest right-hand side. And that's your class for today.